Is Lewis Hamilton's reign on the Formula One World Championship about to end today? For the first time this season, it's in Nico Rosberg's hands. A win will seal it, and a first ever World Championship crown for the younger Rosberg will come his way. And we are racing here at Interlagos for proper. Accelerating up towards the main straight they go. There's Kimi Räikkönen into the wall, and he almost collects the Red Bull, who does actually hit the front wing. One thing Lewis Hamilton has done this afternoon is to break the record for the most tracks won at by a single driver.
Okay, Lewis, one more lap. So gap to Nico, 11.5.
It is a first ever victory at Interlagos. The man with the Senna tribute helmet for this weekend takes the checkered flag and wins the Brazilian Grand Prix.
Woo! Yes! Brazil!
This has been my dream since the first time I watched Ayrton race, when I was like 5 or 6 years old.
Lewis Hamilton on pole for his third consecutive race. First time he's ever done that. And it's lights out, and away we go. And it looked like Lewis Hamilton got the better start. Nico Rosberg certainly got a very good start, and he's pressurising Vettel, who runs very close to Romain Grosjean. Lewis Hamilton comes in for his final pit stop.
Okay, Lewis, you've got Webber ahead on 8-lap-old prime tyres. Alonso ahead of him, 19-lap-old prime tyres. Please get past these guys.
He's going to try this, you know, going into turn 3. Fully committed, Lewis Hamilton, and makes the move stick, puts himself back up into the top 3 again, as Lewis Hamilton now sets a new fastest lap of the race to complete lap 35 in the lead of this Hungarian Grand Prix. It's a 4th win in Hungary. It's a first win for Mercedes. Hamilton wins the Hungarian Grand Prix. What a way to end the first part of the season.
I think you could tell I was hungry for it today. I was just going all out, and I needed to get past those people, and usually I get stuck in traffic generally in my races, and today I wasn't having it. I was going for every move I had. We had a problem where the car just wouldn't start. I had to take a lot of the bodywork off, and I knew there was 6 minutes to go, and then there's 2 minutes to go, and fortunately everything just came together very quickly.
Lewis looking remarkably calm. And Hamilton fancies a look up the inside into turn 1, and Button had to give him some space. Beautiful move. And Hamilton will flick up the inside surely, and Rosberg gives him the way. It's second place then for Lewis Hamilton. This then is for the lead. And he's looking up the inside, he's through! He's got so much more grip, poise and confidence through there.
This man has made great use of those tyres this afternoon.
Lewis Hamilton brilliantly wins the Chinese Grand Prix.
Yes, Lewis, that's a magnificent drive. Absolutely magnificent.
Oh, God, that was amazing. Thank you so much.
One of the best races I've experienced, where at least this year, where guys are out in front of me and had to do quite a lot of overtaking. Thumbs up to the guys. Feels amazing to be able to bring it home and bring home a victory for them.
Hamilton has taken advantage and has steamed up the inside, and that is a great move indeed for Lewis Hamilton, jumping past Räikkönen, who just hesitated fractionally. Oh, Lewis has hit the barriers, but he's got a right rear puncture coming through the back corner, and Lewis Hamilton is going to lose a lot of ground because of this. It's all about keeping it out of the barriers and not making any mistakes. And here, in only the 6th lap of this Grand Prix, Lewis Hamilton has a major setback in Monte Carlo.
Alonso and Hamilton, you have to say, damage limitation in the extreme. They both whacked the barrier.
He's in second place at the moment after that first pit stop of Robert Kubica. The last lap for Hamilton was half a second faster than race leader Felipe Massa, but he is 16 seconds behind him.
Oh, and Massa's got in too deep. He can survive that one, but he's got to get on with it.
In the lead and going very nicely with 22 laps to go is Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton wins the Monaco Grand Prix. He walks in the shadow of Ayrton Senna 15 years after the Brazilian maestro last won this race.
Fantastic job, as always. And I apologise for hitting the barrier, but I made up for it, so let's go and party tonight, alright?
When Lewis Hamilton opened his hotel room door this morning, he will have seen his own face staring up at him from the front pages of the Canadian newspapers. But if he wins this race this afternoon, I think he'll be front page news all over the world. So can he do it? Can Lewis Hamilton convert his first pole position into that first victory? Go! The harder you push, the more likely you are to hit the wall. And because we get cars hitting the wall here with some regularity, and they're difficult to get out of the racetrack, we often get safety cars. Robert Kubica, we're told, is in a stable condition in the medical centre here in Montreal. You could not imagine a tougher race for a rookie to try and win than this one. Lewis Hamilton has managed to keep it all together. Lewis Hamilton wins!
Well done!
The world is at his feet.
You know, it's been a fantastic season already. We've had 6 podiums, and I'm ready. I've been ready for quite some time for the win. It was just a matter of when and where.
They have to do it very carefully because you can go off even at slow speed here. It's the Turkish Grand Prix, it's lights out and away we go, and they are crawling off the line. Hamilton though gets a really good start, passes 2 cars already. And there, going wide is Lewis Hamilton. I was going to say Stroll leads Perez, leads Hamilton, but no, leads Sebastian Vettel. And Max Verstappen is overtaking Lewis Hamilton as well. Here comes Alex Albon. Down the inside goes Alex Albon. Does he take the place? Hamilton will try and fight it if he can, but he just hasn't got the grip to do so.
Where am I losing? I just can't keep up.
And the new Inters go on. It's a clean pit stop. Oh, no, there's a problem on the right-hand side. That's what you didn't need, Seb.
And that's Alex Albon, who has spun around. How costly is that going to be for Alex Albon? Lewis Hamilton moves into 3rd place. And Verstappen goes wide and spins as well. And that has proved very costly indeed. Hamilton, by not pitting, really catching up to Sergio Perez now. Here goes Hamilton on Sergio Perez. He's got DRS. Hamilton is going to make a move into turn 12. Lewis Hamilton takes the lead. Hamilton has driven pretty well himself. It was such a difficult start, but Hamilton out in front, and to just do 1 pit stop and to survive on those tyres, what a phenomenal effort. The World Championship record is equalled. Lewis Hamilton wins the Turkish Grand Prix and is a 7-time champion of the world.
That's for all the kids out there who dream the impossible. You can do it too, man. I believe in you guys. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support.
94 race wins, 163 podiums, and 7, yes, count them now, 7 World Championships. Here comes Nico Rosberg into turn 1 for the lead this. Rosberg against Hamilton. Hamilton fights back. Rosberg has to concede the lead within a matter of meters.
Hamilton's tyres will take a bit of warming up, a bit more warming up.
Nico Rosberg into the first turn we go. Is this the lead now for Rosberg? Hamilton manages to stay ahead. There's no team orders going on a Mercedes.
Will he leave him any space?
He's gone off the track. He's gone completely off the track, Nico Rosberg, but he's certainly not given up yet. Little bit too far back, but he's going to go for it down the inside. Has he outbraked himself? Yes, he has. Lewis Hamilton comes back into the lead once more. Mercedes are going to make it back-to-back 1-2s. It's Lewis Hamilton who once again wins the Grand Prix.
He was very fast on the option tyres, so I was on the knife edge the whole time, but it was great fun and, of course, a real relief when I got across the line.
Hello everybody, welcome to an extraordinary scene. The fog descends on Fuji Motor Speedway. We are going to start this race behind the safety car, and we are racing at Fuji Speedway for the first time in 30 years. Hamilton has pulled out a gap of 2.2 seconds over Fernando Alonso. Oh no, there is Lewis Hamilton, and there is Robert Kubica. Problems for Hamilton. What happened?
Oh, he just ran into the side of it. That's a McLaren. McLaren in the wall.
We just saw a shot of Hamilton. I believe this is Alonso. It is.
There is your race leader, Lewis Hamilton, maintaining 13 seconds lead.
It has been one of the most difficult and treacherous Grand Prix in the history of Formula One racing. That was the drive of a champion. Lewis Hamilton wins the Japanese Grand Prix.
Yes, a very, very eventful race. It was just so tricky out there. I couldn't see in my mirrors. My visor was all fogged up, so I could see very, very little, and it was foggy. I'm thrilled to take it, bring it home, and great for the team.
Lewis Hamilton stopped the car. He's trying to get it moving again so he can carry on in qualifying.
He will start 14.
And Hamilton might just have picked up a place on Sergei Sorokin. Hamilton into turn one, has picked off Esteban Ocon as he chases Fernando Alonso. Down the inside he goes on Charles Leclerc, and he's put himself into the points. Carlos Sainz is the next to be ticked off the list. Ultra soft tyres.
That is going to be one fast car now.
The rain has arrived. Then out of the race, Sebastian Vettel. He has been leading almost from start to finish.
Safety car deployed.
Stay up. Hey, man.
No, sorry, mate. Hey, just go.
He will start ahead of his teammate Valtteri Bottas. Bottas switcheroo at the hairpin. Now it's wheel to wheel with Hamilton. Hamilton has the lead still. Lewis Hamilton from 14th on the grid wins the German Grand Prix. And for the first time in Germany, Mercedes have a 1-2 finish.
Would never have thought that you could do something like that today, but I just kept pushing. I kept believing, and it happened. So I really manifested my dream today. So big thanks to God.
Great immediate getaway by Kovalainen, but Raikkonen is on the attack. And look at Hamilton down the inside. The crowd goes mad. Kovalainen's not having that. He's squeezing his teammate. Hamilton has to back out of it. And this is where Mansell passed Piquet. Hamilton has gone past Kovalainen in an equally memorable pass.
Those tyres staying on the Ferrari of Raikkonen, changing Lewis's tyres. He can get out just in front.
The rain is falling hard here at Silverstone again. It's come out of nowhere. Well, everybody's struggling here. They're going to have to switch to the extreme wets very soon, I think.
So Hamilton leads then from Heidfeld, 40 seconds behind.
Lewis Hamilton putting a lap on one of his main rivals, Kimi Raikkonen. One of the great drives at Silverstone. Lewis Hamilton wins the British Grand Prix. A mesmerising drive. At times he was 5 or 6 seconds a lap quicker than men on the same tyres.
We've already done it. Fantastic.
The 90,000 stand as one for Lewis Hamilton.
I was coming to the last lap, and I could see the crowd beginning to stand up, and I was just praying, keep it on the track, just finish. And it's by far the best victory I've ever had.